All right, guys, if you don't know who I am, I'm John Bartholomew from Mohawk Valley Wellness, and I'm here to talk to you about a very important subject, YOLO. All the kids are saying it, but what does it mean? You only live once, right? So actually, I do want to talk about an idea and a thought process. The average life expectancy is 78 years old, right? I'm 35, and I know we've got members that are younger than I am, and I know we have lots of members that are older than I am, but I'm going to use 35 as the average member age. So when we look at things like how we're doing with our nutrition, career, relationships, finances, etc., we have to think, okay, I've gone from 0 to 35. And if I identify any one of these areas, for today we're going to use nutrition. Say my health is not that great. Maybe I'm severely overweight. Maybe I'm not all that overweight, but maybe my sleep is really poor. Maybe my mental health is not all that great. What I come to is this realization that there's an area I want to improve, right? Okay, are you willing to take 1, 2, maybe 3 years? Maybe it's less than that. Maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's a year, but let's say 1, 2, or 3 years to really work hard, to really put in the effort so that 1, 2, or 3 years after that, 36, 37, 38, the remainder of my life, if I live to be 78, and who knows, maybe I live to be 95. Maybe, unfortunately, a piano falls on my head next week and I only live to be 36 and, a couple days, right? So what I'm getting at is we've got these options. If there's an area that we want to improve, using today as an example, our health, our sleep, nutrition, the amount of movement that we get, our quality, positive interactions with people, if we want to improve that, number one, we have to identify that we need to improve it. And we have to be okay with that, right? We have to have some humility to say, hey, there's an area that I need to improve on or I want to improve on. And then you have to put in the work. You have to actually do it. You can't bury your head in the sand. You can't hope for it to get better. You can't wait for somebody else to do it. You actually have to do it. And it's going to be really hard depending on what you're working on, right? And again, it's applicable to a bunch of different things. Or the other scenario is you go from 0 to 77, and then you look back and you say, oh shit, what now? Now I'm 77 and I wish I could go back and take better care of my health. I wish I could go back and have built better relationships. I wish I had thought differently about my finances. All of these different things. Again, today, I'll label it food for thought. You could really drill in on that nutrition, your sleep, and all of these things that are probably going to have a huge impact on how long you live, right? If you attack it aggressively now, if you're not in a great spot, maybe you push that to 88, maybe push that to 98, maybe you become a centennial, you're 100 plus years on the planet. Very few people, I think at 77, 78, are on that deathbed and going, you know what I wish I did? I wish I had scrolled a little bit more through my Instagram posts. I wish I had paid a little bit more attention to my phone, except for these awesome videos that John makes, right? Because they actually make me think a little bit, right? I bet there's a lot of people that go back and say, man, I really wish at some point I really put in the hard work on my nutrition, on my career, on my relationships, on my finances. Because if not, you wake up one day and you go, oh boy, what have I done? Now, if you have that aha moment now and you say, oh boy, what have I done in any of those categories, that's the best thing because now you know that you need to address it. But you have to put in that work, whether it's 6 months, 18 months, 3 years. Think of all the years in the back end that are going to be so much better because of that. So guys, we are running a nutrition challenge. If you know that you definitely could improve, sign up. If you're already in a great spot, maybe you're really in a really good spot, sign up, get a partner, help somebody else break that barrier, help somebody else have the next 35 or 40 years, better quality of life and happier. If you guys ever want to talk about this stuff, come on, we'll drink coffee until we cramp up and we'll chat about it. But it's just something to think about for today and it's applicable to a whole lot of different areas. Guys, have a great day. I look forward to seeing your comments.